today we'll be discussing about steroidogenesis. Steroidogenesis occurs in the adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands are present just on top of each of the kidneys, okay, and that's why they are also termed as the suprarenal glands. You will see that supra means top or upper side and renal means related to kidneys, okay. So you can see that this term well defines the position of the glands with respect to the kidneys, okay. So if you look at the gland, the suprarenal gland can be divided into two parts histologically. The outer part is called the cortex and the inner part is called the medulla. Now the cortex can be subdivided into three layers. The outermost layer is called the zona glomerulosa, the middle layer is called the zona fasciculata, and the innermost layer is called the zona reticularis, okay. Now you see that the zona glomerulosa produces the mineralocorticoids. The mineralocorticoids are 21 carbon compounds, and one of the most important mineralocorticoid is aldosterone, okay. Now in case of the middle layer, that is the zona fasciculata, it produces the glucocorticoids. The glucocorticoids are again 21 carbon compounds, and one of the most important glucocorticoid is cortisol. Now the innermost layer, zona reticularis, produces 6 steroids. The 6 steroids can be of two types. One is the androgens and the other is the estrogens, okay. The androgens are 19 carbon compounds, whereas the estrogens are 18 carbon compounds, okay. So we'll be talking about these steroids, their synthesis processes. The sequence of reactions will be very well explained, and I will give you some tricks which will help you to remember the entire chart, okay. So let us now begin our journey with the mother molecule, that is the cholesterol, from which we can derive any type of steroid in the steroidogenesis process, okay. So let us see. So let us draw the structure of cholesterol first, as it is the mother molecule from which we can derive any type of steroid, okay. So you see, it's a very complex structure, and okay, now you see that this is the ring-like structure present here, and the rings are A, B, C and D, and this ring-like structure is called the steroid nucleus, okay, and it is also called the cyclopentanoparhydrophenanthrene ring. And this steroid nucleus should be present in any of the steroids. If it is not present in any hormone, we cannot say that it is a steroid hormone. So it is a principal criteria to be a steroid hormone. So the presence of steroid nucleus is a must, okay, to be a steroid hormone or a steroid compound. Now you can see that there is a pi bond here, and if you just number the carbons, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, okay. So basically it is a 27 carbon compound, and you can see that in the B ring the pi bond is present in between 5 and 6, okay, and there is an hydroxyl group in the third position. And now we will see how the mineralocorticoids are produced. Mineralocorticoid, okay. So first of all, what happens is the cholesterol is broken down into a compound which is called the pregnenolone by the action of the enzyme which is called the cytochrome P450 SCC. So SCC means side chain cleavage. So you can see that this enzyme basically cleaves the side chain of this cholesterol molecule. Okay, it is also called the desmolase system. Desmolase system. Okay, so just look at the structure of the cholesterol. We are going to derive the structure of the pregnenolone by just cleaving this 6-carbon chain. Okay, and introducing a keto group here in the 20th position. And now it is not the cholesterol structure anymore, it is the pregnenolone. Okay, so you can see that the pregnenolone is actually a 21-carbon compound, and from pregnenolone, if we want to derive the mineralocorticoids, we have to go in this direction, producing progesterone first. Okay, so the progesterone is a 21-carbon compound, and the pregnenolone is converted into the progesterone by the action of the enzyme 3-beta-HSD. The HSD means the hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase. Hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase, which means that it is introducing a keto group in the 3rd position. Okay, and now it is the structure of the progesterone. Okay, so it is the structure of the progesterone. And you can see that the pi bond has been shifted from the B ring to the A ring in between 4 and 5. Okay, and now that is the structure of progesterone. From progesterone, a compound is produced which is called the 11-deoxycorticosterone. Okay, now the 11-deoxycorticosterone is a 21-carbon compound, and this reaction is actually catalyzed by an enzyme which is called 21-hydroxylase. Okay, now you can see from the name of the enzyme, it is introducing a hydroxyl group to the 21st carbon. Okay, so you just go there and add a hydroxyl group, and it is done. It is not a progesterone anymore, it is a molecule that is 11-deoxycorticosterone. So general deoxycorticosterone. Okay, now the deoxycorticosterone means it is lacking an oxygen, okay, in order to become corticosterone. So what happens is that in the corticosterone structure, there is a hydroxyl group in the 11th position, and we will have to introduce that hydroxyl group in the 11th position, and for this we need an enzyme which is called the 11-beta-hydroxylase. Okay, so the 11-deoxycorticosterone is converted into the corticosterone by the action of the enzyme 11-beta-hydroxylase. Now the corticosterone is converted into the aldosterone. Okay, so aldosterone. So if we introduce hydroxyl group here, it will be corticosterone. Now if we want to draw the structure of aldosterone, first we have to introduce a aldehyde group here. So you can see this carbon is like this, and the oxygen is attached to it, and the hydrogen is there, forming the aldehyde group. So that's why it is named as the aldosterone, and this reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme which is called aldosterone synthase. Okay, not synthetase, it is synthase. And one more thing I want to tell you is that this enzyme, the first enzyme, cytochrome P450SCC or desmolar system is present in the mitochondria, and this enzyme is also present in the mitochondria. Along with this enzyme, aldosterone synthase, these three enzymes are present in the mitochondria. Okay, so you have to remember this thing because it is a very important topic. There's a very important trick which I have made for you so that you can remember the production of the mineralocorticoids in the correct sequence. So for this you have to remember this sentence first. This is, please doctor see all the patients, and the number of patients you imagine it is 2111. Okay, so please, the first compound is progesterone. You remember that from pregnenolone we derived the progesterone by the action of the enzyme 3-beta-HSD, which means the hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase, introducing a keto group to the third position. Okay, so you can see that it is the progesterone, the first one. Then you have the doctor, that is DC, means deoxycorticosterone. Okay, so it is deoxycorticosterone. Okay, now there is C. It has a phonetical similarity with the letter C, and that's why we take it as C. And the third step will be the corticosterone. Okay, so you can see this is the third compound as you have seen in this video lecture. And now you have the L. L means aldehyde. Okay, so aldehyde. Okay, and that's why the final product is called the aldosterone. Okay, now one more thing I want to say is that the 21 and 11, these two numbers represent the hydroxylase enzymes in sequence. So first of all, in case of the deoxycorticosterone, you will see that the progesterone is converted into the deoxycorticosterone by the action of the enzyme 21 hydroxylase. Okay, and then the deoxycorticosterone is converted into the corticosterone by the action of the enzyme 11 beta hydroxylase. And these 11 beta hydroxylase enzyme, along with the aldosterone synthase and the cytochrome P450SCC enzyme, is present in the mitochondria. And you should remember this because it is a very important question in various types of examinations. Okay, so this is the trick behind this, and nothing more than that. And I think you'll be able to draw the chemical structures along with the chemical reactions in the correct sequence. And thank you very much for being with me. Thanks a lot for